Last year, I skyrocketed my profits to levels that I didn't currently consider possible for me. Now imagine having to shut down your stores just because you're making too much money too fast. Crazy, right? Well, that actually happened to me. Now I've weathered storms, I've made mistakes that cost me thousands, but I've also stumbled upon strategies that can turn your e-commerce game upside down. So if you want to know the hard-earned secrets, then I'm sharing those lessons that could save you years of trial and error. The first is to think big from the start. I was always satisfied with modest online arbitrage gains and part-time wholesale business earnings. Then I discovered dropshipping and I was astounded by its revenue potential while being so hands-off. I scaled my Amazon and Facebook Marketplace dropshipping operations beyond anything that I had before. However, the growth was so rapid that I actually had to shut down my Amazon store for the time being just to keep up with the cash flow. Had I thought big from the beginning, I might have been prepared for such an explosive growth potential. Number 2 is to diversify your revenue streams. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I learned this the hard way so many times. I got so caught up in the success of Facebook Marketplace that I neglected all the other platforms. And then the worst happened. I lost my main Facebook account, which vaporized about $20,000 in consistent monthly profit. Had I already been more diversified, scaling maybe my Amazon dropshipping business alongside of it, I could have mitigated the loss at the time and pivoted a lot easier. Number 3 is to search for hands-off scalability. The allure of dropshipping, particularly on Facebook Marketplace, for example, made it seem like a dream at the time. But the reality is that once you passed a certain point, say like $10,000 in monthly profits, it started to kind of feel like another high-paying job. I had to manage listings, I had to manage customer service, and I had to manage the virtual assistants that I had hired to actually do the time-consuming tasks every single day. Going forward, I'm keen to focus on businesses that are scalable but are a lot less demanding on my time, like Amazon or Etsy dropshipping, which are much better with automation and services that I can actually leverage. Fourth is to adapt or die. Now, the ability to adapt is key to long-term success in any business. Changes are inevitable, and how you handle those changes determines your staying power within that business. It is not the strongest who survive, but the most adaptable. So always be able to anticipate the worst, and of course, hope for the best while doing so. As they say, only the paranoid survive. I want to introduce you to another tool that can help you increase your e-com sales, whether you sell on TikTok Shop, Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, or really wherever. Most beginner sellers are too focused on getting the initial customer, and don't get me wrong, that is obviously super important. But acquiring a new customer can cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customer that you already have, which means it's 5 times easier to sell a previous customer that you've already sold once again, whether that's the second transaction, whether that's an upsell, a coupon code to return, whatever. And that's where OmniSend comes in. Not only will this help you collect and convert new customers, but it'll help you keep them and allow you to remarket to them and stay in front of them with follow-up offers and upsells as well, all automatically. And that means you can get more product reviews for your products with follow-up campaigns, thus increasing the conversion rate of future customers. It also means that you can increase the average lifetime value of each customer that you are able to convert and build a relationship with them through both email and SMS marketing, again, on autopilot. So check out OmniSend through the link in the description. If you're interested in making even more money off every single customer that you've worked so hard to sell, it's a no-brainer for every e-com seller. Number 5 is the 80-20 principle, and this is applicable to any business, but of course e-com as well. I love to experiment, but I've learned to concentrate on a few different platforms that yield the best returns. Not every platform is worth your time profit-wise, and the 80-20 principle holds that 80% of your profits will likely come from 20% of your efforts, and that is definitely true with e-commerce. You'll have the best products, you'll have the best websites, so streamline your focus and make sure that your time and energy is spent on those, and when something works, double down on it. Number 6 is to choose your mentors wisely. Now, listening to too many voices can lead to confusion and lack of direction and focus. There's 1,000,001 different ways to be successful in e-commerce, but if you're listening to lots of people at once, the only thing you'll end up doing is spinning your wheels trying to implement a bunch of counterintuitive strategies that lead you nowhere. Now, I've learned to select a few mentors and tune out the rest. The clarity that this focus brings has been invaluable. Number 7 is that humility can be an asset. Now, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you know it all, especially when you're succeeding and you're seeing those monthly profits roll in. But the best antidote is to be aware of your limitations, and knowledge lies in understanding how much we actually don't know. This openness to learning is critical, not just in e-commerce, but of course in life. And of course, the best improvements that I've made in my own e-com business came during a bout of curiosity and in-depth niche research, even if I thought already that I was an industry leader in that niche. Number 8 is the power of delegation. Now, mastering the art of outsourcing has been an absolute game changer for me and for my business. I was able to delegate tasks that freed up my time, enabling me to focus on strategy, R&D, and future scaling in other business models. Trust me, you are not the only smart, capable person out there. Well-defined systems and a competent team can take your business to new heights while taking your time out of the equation. Number 9 is what you don't know can cost you big. Now, I discovered the value of tax exemptions with suppliers a little bit too late in the process, which made me miss out on an additional 5 to 10% profit on every order. Likewise, I could have saved a lot on labor costs had I just outsourced to the Philippines sooner if I knew that. So what you don't know can indeed cost you big. Always be learning and never take anything at face value. To sum it up, these are the hard-won lessons from my journey so far in e-commerce. They've shaped my strategies and approach moving forward. If you find these insights helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts, comment, and let me know.